So now we'll be discussing about the some services that every day-to-day life, which the people in the organization they use. Okay, with different kind of services. We have like brought down few services like SMTP, okay, FTP, okay, then HTTP or HTTPS, okay, anything, and SSH, okay, and DNS. Okay, these are different services which regularly most of the people use. Um, like these services, if they are like some traffic incoming and outgoing will be happening, right? These particular traffic. Okay, so how to identify anomalies in that, like intruder or attackers activities when they are using any of these services. Okay, so initially we'll start with SMTP, then we will go to the FTP, then we'll go to the HTTPS.
Raghav, sorry for the interruption.
Yeah,
What the difference between intruder and attacker?
both are same. Different
Same.
ways they will. Yeah, no,
Okay.
different people they call it as different ways. But just remember, just for for the sake of um, Siddhant, I just would like to repeat it. Usually, the type of attacks, what attacker will do is like he will be sending some phishing email. Okay, so when phishing email means nothing but phishing, phishing. Okay, phishing email. Okay, phishing email means he pretends to be some of the CEO of or any like some higher position than an employee. Okay, and he'll send an mail to some employee saying that so and so thing that please send the money to here or so click this link or something like that. He will be sending it. Okay, since this guy will come to know about the name of the attacker, will come to know about the this guy's manager. He might be using his name in the email body and the company. Say for example, I say like elearn, L-E-A-R-N, info sec is the actual company name. Example I'm giving here. Instead of that, he will buy a domain like elearn info secs.com. Okay, very small change. He will buy this domain. It just 200 rupees per year. So he will buy this domain and this attacker, and it looks to be the same. And through Facebook or through from social engineering things, okay, he'll come to know about some of the employees and their managers. Okay, and he will check who is there in the financial department. Okay, all those things you will understand and okay, this guy is a vendor financial management service in that particular organization. So exactly the timing and everything like before 10th or 15th or something like he will send a mail to this employee saying that I'm currently outside. Please send some $5,000 to this vendor immediately as I'm not able, I cannot take a call for another 1 hour or something like that. He will say this is very urgent like that. He'll keep and he'll send it to uh, this guy. Okay, to this guy. Okay, and the mail will get received by whom? The employee. Employee will receive it and he'll open it. When he checks, it is like e-learn infosec. Yes, he won't see it very cautiously, and it is from his manager only. Somehow he got his manager's name with the like how it looks in the organization email ID. Same way he has put it over here as well. Okay, so once he receives it, he will just see it, and he might be having some permission to send the funds to so and so account. He will be sending that details. So this is a phishing attack. Now he lost his money. Next day, manager will come and ask, "So how it is things going on?" You said like yesterday you asked me to pay that 5,000 or 10,000 amount, right? That I have sent it. Then immediately say I did not send you anything. Then they will come and check this. Okay, they'll come to know about this. Okay, this entire incident. So this is a kind of one phishing attack I'm saying. Okay, so so these kind of phishing attacks usually happens in many organizations. Biggest threat in IT is phishing. Whether you believe it or not, okay, the biggest threat is phishing. So there are so many companies in the what do you say, mm, in the market, like Barracuda, as I said, email server, email, secure email services, they will provide. What they will do, instead of sending a mail from your location, okay, uh, to your office, you will have like web server, okay, you will have mail servers, okay, okay, so many servers will be there, right? So if the user want to access, this is your organization, okay, those are also some servers, right? So they are also connected to some switch, okay, and they are connected to some firewalls, okay, and then they are connected to some router, okay, and if the user wants to communicate with that, get the web servers from the here, or mails from here, or something within the organization, okay, something no, they have to connect like this. But what happened, say for example, now if the attacker is sending mail, directly mail to them, they don't have any special what do you say, email security products, okay, email security products are not there. Example, any like intelligence from, whether from Microsoft, any securing services or nothing they are using. They are using bare, like normal mail server only, like whatever they have installed on their Windows servers, and they are using it. So that will be a problem. So the attacker sends from here to this one. The mail goes here first. Whatever he sent to some person, the user has to log into the system so that he can go and get the emails, updated emails back to his machine. Okay, here. Okay, if he is not logging in, he won't get it. Okay, so there is some sort of SMTP server, that is like Outlook server in example I'm giving for you, or Office 360 server. Okay, is one of the location where we can actually, if you install something, you can detect it. But sometimes it is very hard for us to maintain all those things, right? That's why companies will come up with some alternative plans. Okay, so now what they will do is say this is a router. Okay, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So this particular part, whatever we are sending this, right? So any person who wants to send the mail, okay. So how you are coming to know that this particular web server is here? Example, okay. So because of the information is updated in the operator, like any, we do DNS query, right? Okay, DNS query, if someone does domain to IP address translation, it happens, right? That time you will be providing like a record, that is IPv address, IPv4 address, IPv4 address. That is like what is the IP address of this particular router. And the same way, you have something called as, here itself during the DNS records, they will send the MX record if you are looking for sending some mail. That is MX record. Okay, MX mail exchange record. Okay, that will also be sent by your like operator DNS, ISP DNS. Okay. So when you, before you send a mail, if you don't know like that mail client, whatever you set up, their IP address, how to send it, they will use MX record. Okay. So the MX record, what it will help you is like to reach the mail server. Same way like DNS for IPv4, for sending the mail, the record is MX record. Okay, this particular address. Okay, so this record, some companies what they do is they will buy services from only for mail exchange. They will buy services from third party, as I said, like Barracuda. Okay, what they will do is, boss, okay, any mail, if it is sent from anyone, okay, throughout the world, including your employees, example, okay, including your employees, example, okay, what I'll make sure is they will be coming to my location, that is my Barracuda location, okay. Let me inspect that entire body to from where and to where it is going, okay, from which IP it has come, okay, which kind of information is there, everything it will apply intelligence. Okay, so you bought some service, security as a service from Barracuda. So first it will be coming. So this MX record to the entire external world, okay, will be this. Which one? Barracuda, whatever he has provided you, some IP address or some domain, whatever he has provided, that will be the MX record. Okay, that will be the record. MX record will be like some kind of mail dot something like that. So automatically once they come to Barracuda, internally the mail dot where it is, it will check and it will go to that location. You need not to worry because it will be like mail dot barracuda.com. So first you have to resolve this. Okay, so from going from here to here means first you will ask DNS to provide this. After going inside, you will resolve the remaining part inside. Okay, inside the organization subdomain, they will take care. You need not worry. Internal DNS servers will be there. So once after you get this particular mail from this guy to this guy, you will inspect them and you will change now the packet from whatever it is, like you have the mail, whatever the destination IP, right? Okay, that will be changed to this MX record or this address. So then it will go here and goes to the employee. And employee, as and when he opens it, he will be recording. Now, what is the advantage of it? Every time all the data is getting inspected by the Barracuda, so all the SMTP server, whatever the Barracuda like intelligence, like he'll be having a list of suspicious IP address. Okay, suspicious IP address, suspicious mail IDs, suspicious traffic. What do you say? Content. Because you will be having so many customers, right? Like these companies will be so many companies. Okay, so you'll be getting that information from all the customers that some of them are getting affected. So once in one company something happens, he will take that learnings and he will update that particular thing. It might be a suspicious IP or it might be suspicious like addresses, like the names to or from or something like that, right? Okay, there's and suspicious what do you say, body, how they have written. Okay, you might have seen you have earned $1 million or $10 million, like that emails or messages you might have seen, right? That content, so many types of contents we are seeing, right? They'll also be searching like some honey traps they will keep, like to people come and unnecessarily freely they'll distribute some email IDs into the open world, and they will keep something called as honeypots. And what they'll be doing, who and all will come for this, some dummy company name they will be keeping, and they'll be understanding what an attacker, how he is sending the mails and all those things. And after learning that intelligence, they'll be updating it in their suspicious database, suspicious mail content, suspicious usernames, all the, if any mail comes, is it from any one of these, any one of these, any one of this, then immediately if it is any one of that, then they will be blocking it. As a company, it is very hard for us alone to take care of all such things. So that's why if he is a person who is providing mail services, then he can be very much possible we can actually get this. But Is it possible for us to rely completely on Barracuda? So some companies very much serious about their security policies. They doesn't want to send anything. So for them, they will give internal the same packages in internally itself, but they will charge little more. Instead of sharing, they will be giving you in-house services as well. Okay, but still, I don't want to know someone, other company, third company to get to know about my data. So that time you will apply your own threat intelligence by gathering from open source. Threat intelligence means this only. Like,
Raghav,
yeah,
if
ah,
the suspicious traffic is not found in Barracuda, then how it will analyze the traffic?
suspicious traffic, it is not there means that is a little genuine traffic only, right?
No, if the attacker is the first time it is attacking, then the data is not updated in tools like
Yeah,
Barracuda
so
and some
so
other.
that's what I said. If in case somewhere the attack is happened already, then only they will be able to help. Okay. If it is very new means your employee should be aware, given proper training in a such a way that that thing itself shouldn't come. So that's the reason no solution is the permanent solution for in security. Okay,
Okay.
you
Okay.
cannot guarantee anything in the security. Okay, even from known, like till yesterday one website is there, some domain name is there, example I'm giving. It is a very good domain. It is like say for example they were writing some blogs on security itself, something very good. Okay, example I'm giving. So this domain is expired by mistake, some author is not well or something, but he forgot to renew that domain name. Attacker bought that domain, but in everywhere the domain name is in very good list. So when he sent it from here to access some router or website, when they check that firewall or somewhere, when they check it, the it is not a suspicious what do you say domain name or IP address. Once a system gets compromised, right, by using this particular domain name, it tries to communicate with this domain name somewhere as a command and control. So it checks it is a very good domain and let allow it. So it will allow. So that you cannot. It's not there in your hand. Okay. So because the domain names and everything, it's are these IPs and all suspicious IPs are based on the human intelligence analysis which they have collected, and they have done research based on that they will come to know. And one more thing, they will check some machine learning aspects also. Nowadays they are implementing in identifying the type of content, how it looks. Okay, all that information. Okay. Okay, now let us. This is what we have covered last class, correct? Right? Till here, most of it we have covered. Okay,
Yes,
now let
Raghav.
us move forward. So, is this Siddhant you have come today? Is it everything is okay for you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Are you able to cope up with this?
yes, sir.
Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so so now there are different types of log sources, correct? Right? In that, SMTP is also one log source for us as an organization. Okay, so now let us see, uh, like, what do you say? What are different types of locations where we can collect the SMTP logs? Okay, there are different like location spots we can collect the same SMTP logs in the organization. So, see, this is the location. Okay, so now, okay, from here, your organization uh, would like to collect it. One thing is, okay, you can from the router you collect all the logs. Okay, not router you can say, firewall you can say, even switch also. Just only thing you have to create a span port. I have explained you guys this span port. What is the span port? Okay, when you see the router, okay, you find different ports, correct, right, to connect different systems. So this is one port. You'll be like, it will be like this. In the office, you will find switches like this. Correct, right? Oh God. You'll find like this switches. Okay. So many switches will be there. You'll be seeing LEDs also below that switch, that whether the interface is active or not. Okay. Something like this. I'll just write it. So many ports. These are these are different ports. Each port will be connected by each different machine. Okay. Okay. You take it. It can be a router. It can be a switch, or it can be anything, firewall or anything. Okay. You take one such. Okay. Uh, these are all different systems connected. Okay. These are all different systems connected. Okay. I'm not. Okay. You take any one port, and what you do is connect to one more system. Okay. And these are all different systems. Okay. This is one system. This is one system. That's why we use the switches directly connecting the machines, and routers is connecting two different switches or two different routers. Okay. Switches is used to connect multiple machines. Okay. And router usually used to connect multiple routers or multiple switches to it. Okay. So this is, say for example, forget about this. Okay. This is a span port. What I am doing is I am doing whatever the logs that are coming to each and every port. Okay. I'm created one span port. Okay. And I'll be sending them to this particular span port. Means like maybe IT people will do it. You need not to worry about that. You just tell them that I need span port here. They will create it. You need not to worry. Usually they do all debugging and all whenever they want it. Like which interface is having latency. Means like maybe somewhere cable connection or something like that. Cut internal wiring issues and all, right? They will detect using span ports also. But that technology we are using it for our own purposes, for security. Okay. So you take one port, span port, and get all the data onto this machine, whatever it is going through this entire switch or firewall, whatever you consider. Okay. Now you got the complete organization data, uh, whatever the traffic flow with you now. Okay. So that particular location you can actually extract. If you want, you can extract then and there itself the SMTP logs. Okay. SMTP logs you can directly extract from that entire thing. Okay. Because it is there, this entire data is from the application layer to physical layer. It is I mean, like physical layer, it is there, right? So your application logs, you can collect it here directly. Okay. Now that is one part. Okay. SMTP is an application service. Okay. That is it. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So now, then second one. This is a spam port. Spam. Okay. This is the first one. Okay. Second one. Okay. Like MS Exchange, Microsoft Exchange, or any mail exchange. Okay. Microsoft Exchange I'm giving. Okay. Any mail exchange. Here you will have a, what do you say, um, a particular mail server, right? So it will also generate some logs. Okay. These logs we can collect and we can actually use them as our source. Okay. Then not only that, not only there, usually some companies, as I said, some spam appliances like Barracuda and all I said, right? Okay. So this is the some spam appliance. Spam appliance. Appliance means some spam device. like spam detection device. Spam appliance means spam detection, because from externally whatever the mail comes, instead of directly sending to my Microsoft Office 360 or something like that, what do you say, mail server, I will first send that mail to the spam servers like Barracuda kind of thing. It will filter all the unnecessary, suspicious, all those things, whatever I said right earlier, all those things it will filter. Okay, and it will send that remaining whatever the genuine emails to this exchange. People whoever want, they can directly connect to this now and get their mails. Okay, so what if you are collecting the logs like this here, you might be like missing the important things, whatever your spam has filtered, all those logs you won't get it. So that's better. Like here every logs, every mail has to come here, right? So that's why spam appliance, spam appliance. If yours is in cloud, you can use cloud related to some APIs to get it. Okay, and there will be some kind of technology like what do you say? Some if you give all the logs of your organization to something like Bro or something like that. Bro means a software. Okay, um, that actually is very much what do you say? Like tech savvy people in what do you say? I can say it as um, in security, they'll be using these tools. Even if you want, you can insert it, but it requires some kind of interface setup and everything. Okay, rather than like instead of we are not that much deep diving into those aspects. Okay, setting up Pro or all everything. Here also, like all system logs will be all different logs, like how you have span port, right? The same way, even using span port only, they will send logs to Bro, and Bro will filter out all SMTP logs automatically. Okay, all SMTP logs. They will be using span only, but instead of like directly you filtering yourself here, like using Wireshark or something or some other tools. Okay, they use Bros, most of the people. Okay, both will be the same kind of thing. Just remember, they need to get the. There are two ways to get the logs. Like either you can use Spanport, or before some wiretapping you can do and you can collect it. Okay, that way also people they do. Okay, this is about what do you say, different types of log sources from where you can collect the logs. If you want, you can collect here as well as here and as well as here. Okay, whichever way you want, you can collect it. But don't get duplicated of the same entities. Okay, like if mail exchange, if you are collecting, okay, and mail exchange, if you are collecting, and if you are collecting spam, means it's of no use. Correct, right? But if you want to know, there is a firewall, okay, and firewall you have like some spam port created here. Example I'm giving, okay, and you are collecting everything. That's not a problem, okay. But you are collecting here which are not useful, and here these logs are useful, okay. So use this and this logs for no problem. Like here also one copy by default gets collected. If you want, you can later delete only the SMTP logs from whatever the logs you collected from the span port. Okay. So that is the important thing what you should remember. Okay. So these are different types of log sources, and let's types of logs. What we see is how we can collect the logs is, as I said, you can install any softwares in them. Like as I said, like we'll be having forwarder or something like that, right? So these applications like Barracuda or any other systems like spam appliances, they generate syslogs. Syslogs. Okay. If it is a Microsoft and all, they'll be providing the like event IDs. Okay, as usual. Okay. Uh, then also you will have this is called as network extraction. That whatever I said, right? That is network extraction. Okay. And the scripts. Okay, you can use the scripts also as the same thing as I said, network extraction and scripts. Okay, these are the sources where and all we can Okay, and these are the scripts. Okay, just remember that. So using scripts, you can identify what logs, what is the data coming in into your mail server, what is going out of your mail server. Okay, now let us see some fields. Okay, later we'll see the practicals on this, but now let's understand the fields. Okay, okay, the first field. Okay, there will be some important fields only we'll discuss. Excuse me. Okay, first you will be having the from field, then to field, then subject. Okay, then uh, is, depending upon whether he is opening it in a client or um, like he's opening it on a Outlook webmail, is webmail. Okay, okay, then first received, then some other blah 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 field will be there, but user agent is the first thing. User agent. Then, oh, sorry. Here you will be having the reply codes. Like what is the response? Response code is nothing but the reply code. Whether you responded as like anything to the other system, that some mails has to send that made delivery success, something like that, right? That reply codes something. Okay, user agent. Okay, user agent. The mails will also have the user agents. Using them also you can detect the suspicious things. Okay, then source IP. This is not browser user agent, it will be mail user agent. Just remember that. Okay, different vendors will be there, right? So that they'll be putting it. If it is Linux bare mail client, that will also have one thing. Okay, if it is a Firebird, that will also having one thing, like a Firefox Firebird, something is there, right? Mozilla Firefox Firebird, that will also have some mail is there. Okay, Thunderbird, sorry. Okay, that will also have some user agent ID. Microsoft Outlook will have one user agent. Okay, one type of user. Gmail will have one type of user agent. Yahoo will have one type of user agent. That is what I'm telling about here. User agent means. Okay. Now, source means source IP address. Okay. Um, destination IP. These are the important things which we have to focus. Okay, when we are analyzing those logs. Okay, file attachment, anything is there. Okay, that name and size. Okay, all majority of these fields, you people know it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Timestamp.
okay. Which one? In timestamp, it
Timestamp.
will be appended by our this thing, right? The log source will be from the log source when you are sending it to the this thing, that it will be sent. The time, see, it is not like what do you say? The mail. Uh, that's what it is not any real time mail thing. Okay, that customer might have sent 1 hour before, but you will receive it now. Correct, right? Sometimes after 2 minutes you might receive that mail. What we do, hey, did you get the mail? Did you get the mail? Like that you will ask, right? Whenever you send any mail to your colleague or something, because the timestamp it received only our main thing. It's not like from when they are sent, from where they have sent. All those things are not required. So that timestamp, anyhow, you will get it from the what do you say? The logs, whatever you push it, right? Okay, those fields, anyhow, it will be there. Okay, by default. Okay, so timestamp with that using what we cannot do anything, right? So as of now, so that is the means like it is not that much important here. Okay, even timestamp maybe like for plotting the graphs and all, it will be there, but by default every event will have the timestamp. Without that, there is no possibility of coming to a conclusion that when happened, what happened at what time. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so sorry. Okay, now let's these are the different fields that are available. From to subject, okay, is webmail status and first received, if what reply code, user agent, source IP, destination IP, file attachment name and size. Okay, let us see like what kind of traffic we will be moving it. This is the first thing. Okay, let me put it is in one box. This is a there is one important field is there. I haven't put wantedly. I'll put it after some time when I'm explaining it. Okay. What is it? SMTP fields. Okay. Just remember these things. One by one we'll go. No problem. Okay. So now, okay. Okay. Now, let us see what kind of traffic we will be able to get. First thing is like you'll be able to perform the incoming traffic, correct, right? Incoming SMTP traffic. Okay. In incoming SMTP traffic, you can actually monitor it, correct, right? All the incoming, whatever it is coming into your organization, you can see it. Usually to detect anything, okay, suspicious, okay, what did I said? Okay, the fuzzy mail IDs. Okay, correct, right? That's what I said. Fuzzy means something looking to be like your company's mail ID. Correct, right? Fuzzy mail IDs. Okay, something very jumbling kind of thing. All such type of things are called as fuzzy things. Okay, so those are all not like top 1 million websites, domain names, but the incoming traffic is not from top 1 million website, but it is from someone from vague website, domain name. That mail ID is vague, XFF, IJK, SST.com, like Raghav at the rate XFF, ABC, KFJ at the rate KFJ.com. So that is a vague thing. That is a fuzzy. Okay, and it is like if I say like Raghav at the rate elearninfosec.com, then you are sending a mail to someone in the elearninfosec, Raghav at the rate elearninfosec.s.com, as I said earlier. Okay, that is also a fuzzy. Okay, so so that is the first point. Okay, look for such kind of fuzzy things. Okay, now you got what is meant by fuzzy thing.
Yes.
Everyone, Siddhant.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Robin, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then that is the first thing. So fuzzy is the first part which you have to focus incoming. Okay, the second part, the bulk of the data. Say for example, okay, let me show you. We can anyhow come back here. Okay, say per minute I might be getting usually the traffic as um, 10 mails. Okay, I have 100 employees. 10 mails I might be getting per minute. That's an average count. You take it. Okay, I am seeing like 100 mails. What could be the reason of this? Okay, it could be the reason that you enter your email ID list of your employees has gone to some marketing company and they started advertising their products. Okay, uh, to all your employees. That is also one reason. Okay, so from your company, some marketing company received from someone. It can be from your your internal employee who collected all the email IDs of the organization employees and he has sold it to these guys illegally. Okay, then they will be like sending all the marketing emails all it as soon as when they get, they will be sending all to 100 employees to like 10 products they have. So 100 employees, 10 products they are sent at the same time. So each person will be receiving 10 mails. Then 100 into 10,000. Instead of 10 mails, now you are getting the 1,000 mails per minute. Okay, there is a sudden like this. Usually morning it will be starting like this, all the mail. All of a sudden it went like this, and all of a sudden it stopped. And again the normal trend. It means someone sent some bulk email IDs from where they have come. That you should start investigation. This is a graph, whatever. Don't think anything else. Okay, it is a graph. So this particular part I would like to identify. So I know that why this particular thing. Then I will be writing an alert. Okay, saying that. Okay, um, the average count, like say from index is equal to Microsoft mail server and source is equal to internal mail server and um, okay, this is like say for example um, uh, the average count of the like say for example incoming there is one field, say for example. Okay, so the if the top traffic is inbound, okay, and the source is you even firewall also you can write this query SMTP there, or you can write here itself if the count of the number of mails is okay, or the two email IDs, okay, two email ID count for the two email IDs. Say I'll write it here. Okay, index first you will write. Okay, index is equal to, okay, then source type. Okay, say for example, okay, so for example send email ID means like someone has sent it. I will take it any one field, definitely must be will be there is like from and to, right? I will take, okay, I will take 2 is equal to, okay, anything. That means you keep just a star, means anything. 2 is equal to anything. Okay, just giving, even if you keep it or not keeping, no issues. But why we'll do is we'll transpose this. Okay, okay, or you can, if you don't want, you don't put it. If you want, you can put it. But I'm just filtering like stats. Okay. Hmm? Normally average you will be calculating. We'll see that average count, okay, of number of events. Uh, say for example, here you will select the timestamp, like maybe 1 hour or anything. Okay, you will see. Then you will get the stats list. Okay, then you will be able to see on a specific time. Okay, on a specific time. Okay, you will tell if any specific count you will be getting here, right? For every uh, here you can even say it underscore time. You can put all these queries you will come to know after some time. Okay, and you will be giving here like some kind of underscore time means some, what is this like for whatever each line means, like each timestamp like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, which timestamp it should collect the average what do you say log count, means like first 10 minutes how many received, another 10 minutes how many received, like this. It is like for 1 hour you are checking, say for example. So 10 minutes you got 10, 10 minutes you got 10, another 10 minutes you got 1,000. Here the attack is happened. Another 10 minutes only 10 received, another 10 minutes another 10 minutes. This is what the same thing I was explaining here. Where it went? Yeah, this one. Okay, see this spike observed, right? That spike is here. Yeah, here, this one. Okay, and this one. Okay, so you can writing the query and select that thing. You have something called as underscore time, means like uh, what is the bracket, like every average time you have to split that entire 1 hour. 10 minutes you give me the count. Okay, and let me know which 10 minutes I've got the more traffic. If it is, now you will write a in the alert you will write if any, this considered as one event like that, it will consider internally. Okay, if anything, if the count is greater than, okay, you say like 300, okay, please, or 200, say for example, my average is only at 10, means I will say it as maybe 50. Okay, if it is greater than 50, raise an alert. So here, by when it has happened, okay, when this happened, it might have raised an alert for you. Okay, is that clear? We'll see it in practical later, but is it clear?
Sure. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yeah.
Teja? Okay, fine. So that is the approach what you have to follow for that. Okay, so that is called as one of the based on the burst of the emails that is coming into your systems. This is one type. Okay, so first one is fuzzy, that we have seen it. Okay, and the second one is just that bulk incoming. Yeah, let me put it like this. Okay, bulk incoming. Okay, so this is a bulk of the incoming logs what you observe. Okay, so now let us go through some other like any other approach. Um, okay, yeah. So you can also say that, are there any, let it be very, what kind of these fuzzy email IDs, but the anyone in the mail body. I'm not talking about the, what do you say, uh, email ID. I'm talking about the email body, external source. Okay, if internal in the mail body, if they are using any key persons like your CEO or
VIPs.
CFO, VIPs, yeah, key people, key people of organization. Are they using any of their names? Okay, if it is, so how I can say, my company is having tie up with so many people. Okay, so that's the reason, for whichever all your company has got tie-ups, right? Okay, you keep them in under the whitelist. From this particular company, if I'm getting any mail, and if they are talking about the key people name from these, like maybe this is my chartered account company. Okay, maybe there is one more company name. Okay, from these employees, if I get, no problem. From these companies, if I get mails, no problem. Maybe this is a financial bank. Okay, and maybe this might be something. These are all like whitelisting domain names or the company names. From them, if I get any mail, I don't even inspect fuzzy or bulk or anything. Okay, because I blindly believe them. So that's why you need to have whitelist to do such intelligent operations, because without whitelisting, if you say that all your key partners, some vendors, okay, some of your advisors, some of your board members, okay, those people are also the important part who are staying from other companies and working for you, and they're helping you. Okay, but if you block them or if you create a noise, then it is not good. So that's why you keep all your vendors, suppliers, bankings, and everything, whichever you trust them, under whitelist. Okay, under whitelist. Whitelist is a strategy in any organization. Okay, so to find the, nowadays, I would like to tell you guys the use of the blacklist is now, white and blacklist is not going to be used in much of the companies now. Instead of blacklist, they say gray list. What they say? Gray list. Okay. Whitelist, they say, I think,
Allow list and deny list,
allow
you know,
list.
that's
Yeah. Yeah,
deny,
that is
yeah,
also
that's the
there.
most.
Allow list is also there. Deny list also there. This is my vendors are using it, but internally, gray list and something is also there. Something I forgot. Okay. Gray list is blacklist. Okay. Uh, so because that Black Life Matters thing has come, right, so they stopped using that word itself. Okay, after that. So let's see. So the key people's names, if someone is using, okay, if it is whitelisted thing, no need. But if it is a something, even one mail, just get it, inspect, and send it. I will tell you one scenario in real time how these things works. Okay. Now you are in an office, irrespective of key people or anything. The DLP, DLP, DLP means data loss protection softwares which an organization uses. They will be used in different levels. But say for example, mails, how they use, I'll explain. If you have any source code, okay, in you need something, you want to go to home and work somewhere, and you won't be having mail access at home of your organization. Uh, Maybe their constraints or something. So what you have done is you attach the code and send to your personal mail ID. Okay, to a personal. So even incoming and outgoing will be monitored by your appliance, DLP appliance. So spam or DLP, all of them might be some companies giving in the same everything in under one package. Okay, DLP means data loss protection. Okay, spam means identifying the spams. Data loss protection means your data, company data, someone should not steal. For that, some security rules and regulations they have created in the software and they will detect that. Okay, so now someone is trying to send that in the email, something source code he has put and is sending it, whether intentionally or unintentionally, knowingly, unknowingly, out of the question. Now, DLP, as soon as it receives this mail, it doesn't directly send. That's what I sent. Okay. You will be not bounded to any real time or anything when it comes to the mails. It takes some processing and everything. So now it will check the mail content and it identifies that, oh, some source code is sending by outside. Now I don't send it. And I'll send your mail is blocked by so and so. If IT people they yeah, some of the IT person will communicate with you for further investigation like that. You will get it some mail. Okay. So now what happened is the thing. Now the data, whatever you have, whichever it is actually sent, okay, is having some source code, is blocked by your DLP device. Correct, right? Okay. So same way, those DLP devices will be taking care of anything whatever the logs you're collecting, okay, from what do you say, uh, from your uh, this mail server, that logs also you'll be collecting and sending it. Okay, so not only that kind of thing, any spikes in these also you have to collect it. Okay, where it went, yeah. Mm, this is a blacklist, whitelist. Okay, allow list. Okay, so this is like blocked by your traffic, right? So maybe that's the reason I have come here. I don't remember like for what purpose I have come here for telling like DLP and all. It's not striking my mind now. Why somewhere from there I have come here. Now I'm not able to get to which point I have to correlate. Okay, let it be. So now DLP. So this is actually, even though they are whitelisted, that is the reason. Even though these guys are whitelisted to send the mails to the external world, but still their data is blacklisted because like some other not spam policy, but spam appliance, but DLP module within that mail server is actually blocking the traffic. Some people, what they do, they will tell that resume.doc they will keep, because no company will stop sending your resume to your personal mail ID, right? But internally they might be having source code. So when this catches that, if there is like, they will get inside what is there in the attachment also. What is there inside the attachment also. When they find some source code or some bank account related details, or some uh, means like your organization related, okay, or your some information related to something related to like project related customer information or something like that, immediately they will detect and they will send a mail like this. Okay, so this kind of things all you can detect when it is from the outside. But in I mean, like, for the sake of just fuzzy email IDs, bulk, and the key people, okay, key people of our nation, if someone is, the contents are like outgoing or incoming, they will be detecting. But to tell that, even within the attachment also they can detect what is there in the content. Okay, that's what key people, like content, whatever it is in the mail, can be like, for while incoming they will be able to detect without any issue. Okay, so that is so this is about the what it is incoming. Okay, now let us see um, of what kind of devices you will monitor for the uh, outbound. Okay, let me. This is inbound is the right side, and I'll write the outbound at the left side. Outbound means outbound. Okay, one example I have seen, that DLP related aspect. That is one thing. Okay, the first one is outbound traffic. Outbound means from incoming to outgoing, from inside to outside. Okay, this you consider it at the end. But now what is like, um, say for example, um, here some device is there. Okay, um, those okay, those device, like so we have to monitor, right? And also you have to user agent. Okay, okay. I will allow, okay, only specific devices to send the mails. Say for example, this is an application server. Okay, this has got critical information here. Okay, say for example, it is having some customer data. Okay, now somehow attacker compromised this machine. Okay, now if he wants to send the data bit by bit, he should do something. Okay, so he has to check two ways. One, okay, he has decided, attacker has decided, this is in our office premises only. He compromised it already. Okay, and he's sending the data. So now when he's sending the data, this particular mail server, okay, mail server it is. Okay, when it receives some mail, it might be receiving from so many devices, right? Okay, this mail server, if it received from, whether this source, whatever the source IP address, okay, the source IP address, whatever it is there, is allowed or not. Email ID I'm least bothered. Email ID I'm not least bothered. Okay, I'm least bothered about the email ID. But the source from where this system, the logs are, I mean, like this email is sent, to be allowed or not. Okay, because someone's credentials might have thefted by attacker, and he has created one what do you say mail account here. It's not created. He have configured mail account here, and is sending the data to somewhere external outside in a plain text format. Something he's trying. Okay, so that time what happens is this mail server, as soon as it comes to know that this is not permitted to send any outgoing emails, okay, then immediately it blocks. Okay, that logs you have to collect and send it to the SIM. Same way, everywhere these things happens means the log should be sent to the SIM. So for a further purpose, okay, like event investigation, whatever the incident investigation, it requires to be done from holistically. Is there same thing applied with any of other branches in Bangalore or Hyderabad or somewhere in US? Something is something similar sort of thing. You will be immediately monitoring it because attackers they might be coordinatively doing the same activity in different location. So that is the reason. Okay, so SOC should be well aware of these things. So you immediately are sending that logs also. Okay, but I'm just giving the scenarios. What kind of logs SOC will get it now through the scenarios. So as soon as this comes to know that from this mail ID there should not be any chance SMTP log should not come. Okay, so that will be sent to this guy. Okay, and this guy will receive it, and immediately this guy will receive it, and immediately he will block the traffic. Okay, or if this is sending the logs and if it fails, then also SOC might be written correlation rule that if any outgoing mail from this particular device and it is successful, just let me know. Okay, alert. Then immediately, hey boss, someone belongs to you. That mail configurations are not, server configuration has not done properly. That outgoing traffic is SMTP outgoing traffic is happening for this thing. Let's go and check what it is happening. Like that, you will create an incident and start doing the investigation. Okay, so that is the one other part of it. Okay, and user agent. Like, say for example, you have created something like boss outgoing user agents. I have asked people to send only through two things: one, webmail account; two, the Outlook account. Okay, of this particular version only. If someone is trying to, okay, install some agent or user agent or some web client, some other part, some third party, you can configure. If you know the configurations, you can configure the web client. Am I correct, Nagendra? Correct, right? If you have a web client, the only thing what it is required, configurations is required. Correct, right? All your port numbers, certificate, what else you require? The server name. Okay.
Yes, mail server configurations is required.
Configurations. Yes, all those things. If details if you have, you can configure it anywhere in the world. Okay. You can configure the mail, your mail. If you have valid mail server account, if you know the configuration details, all the mail server name, that's host name, and the server at what port it is listening, and what kind of, whether it is TLS or what protocol it is using for encryption algorithm. Okay, as encryption for encryption, and what are the other configuration information it requires. All that information, if you know, you can configure it anywhere in the world. So now this mail configuration server, somehow this guy has actually identified, but the sad part is he he can install it any kind of client. Okay, but that he doesn't know that he installed some client, some what do you say, SMTP client. Okay, there are so many, right? Um, even if they allow Gmail also, you can configure for your office things, right? Like that it is. Okay, so he has configured to some webmail account or something, okay, or the internet, and he started sending that data. Okay, so now he started attaching over the browser. okay, some agent. Okay. Now here the rules are written in such a way that, boss, if the user agent is my web client at this particular version, okay, and my app Microsoft Exchange at this particular version, okay, apart from these two clients, okay, these user agents, if someone comes with the traffic, even though they are genuine users, and whether it is allowed or not allowed systems, but their user agent is not other than these two, then just immediately block the traffic. Okay, so that is also one type of blocking the traffic from internally, whichever it is there going outside. Okay, so now as I said, now you have an option of like comparing the user agents and immediately coming to conclusion that block that. Sometimes the same whatever the query you have it, you can create that rule in your Splunk queries and find even if one event comes like this, okay, from a system, depending upon the type of bandwidth you have. Like if you have more resources, even for one only you can say. But if you are a very big company, like but and if you are a small company, but very at least well less resource means just wait for some time to get a confirmation, like 5 events if they are there like this. Like 5 events means 5 mails. Okay, if you find, then you respond to it. It depends upon like how how much risk you are ready to take. Okay, so this is a kind of like outbound traffic, how you can actually monitor it. Okay, now as I said, like what do you say, different types of things. The first thing, whatever the incoming, whatever it is I said, is fuzzy. Fuzzy means like check the domain names, okay, uh, whether it is like whether it is something more of a suspicious or not, you will easily come to know about it. Then second is the incoming email. Within a minute of time, if you are seeing a huge number of emails from different sources, then that is the main thing. And as I said, like the outbound traffic, whatever from the source it is going out, right? Okay, so you have to make sure um, like uh, what is the mail ID that is sending the mail to the outside, okay, and what is its user agent, okay, all those things you have to keep into consideration. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so these are the some important things you should remember when it comes to the email. This much is more than sufficient for us when it comes to the email. Okay, so are you here with email scenarios, every one of you guys?
Yeah, Raghav, yeah.
Okay, so things to before I wrap it up, I would like to tell one thing. Okay, things to what do you say? Remember, um, whether you are experienced or not experienced, you make sure all your whatever the configurations policies applied on your mail server. Okay, slowly if it is not there now, at least slowly what you have to do is slowly you have to apply those policies as part of your correlation rules. Okay, those rules. If any policy gets failed here, but through logs, you should be able to detect them and immediately make them fix. So you have to drive. SOC should also drive the policies. If there are any policy controls getting misfired, so those things also, misfired things also to be fixed by with the help of SOC. Okay, so that is an important thing. So that's the reason why I tell, like, you should have, for all these things, you should have the queries to be built in your Splunk, using Splunk. Okay, so that is the thing. Tomorrow let's start a DNS. Okay, so as I said, now SMTP we have completed. We'll go with the DNS tomorrow. Let's finish DNS tomorrow. Okay, What do you say, guys?
Sure.
Okay. I hope Siddhant, I hope